glad homegirl came through and said you would be on the floor. Even though I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But I was like, go ahead.
Hey, I'm saying that's a white woman's way of saying, bitch, you was finna get mollywopped. Okay? Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about $1 Million Secrets. This is season 2. It's on Netflix. So if you are a new watcher to $1 Million Secret, I would have to say this is a better season than season 1. So.
Really? Funny.
I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode, make sure that you like and subscribe, hit that notification button, and be in the comments and let us know what your thoughts are, who you think's gonna win, all that good stuff. So let's get into it. $1 Million Secret. We covered last season, and we were just a newborn channel at that time, and we did get one guest from last season, Phil, who was one of the millionaires. This season, who knows what's going to happen, but it's starting off on a good note. Like, so what were your kind of like overall thoughts watching it? Because somebody had said it was dry or whatever, and I was like, it wasn't dry. I was entertained, you know?
Yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. I like this season. Like I said, I think this season is better than the last season. I think you could tell, I mean, with first seasons, with these game shows, it can be a little bit difficult to judge just because like everybody is getting used to the rules, the game, like what it's about, right? Like they're kind of learning as they go, which is something that Phil talked about when we interviewed him, right? Versus this season, like the players have had a time. Hopefully, for the most part, they watched the last season. It seems like some have, like Kaleb. He said, I remember the first season they had X, Y, and Z, and he used that in his strategy. Somebody else also mentioned, like, remember the first challenge was the hug, everybody. So it seems like now they can really play a little bit harder, which a lot of them are playing a lot harder than we saw in the first season. So yeah, it's turning out, it's seemingly starting out good to me. We shall see, but yeah.
And to your point, like Kat being like, I think he's the millionaire, but I don't want to get him out. I like the fact that we know he protects me, we could protect each other, that sort of thing. And their little crew with Kat, Hunter, and Yumiko with Kaleb.
Kaleb. Yeah, he was the second millionaire.
Because he's the second millionaire. So I think that that's great. Like, you could have strategy. So I'm like, Kat, like, let's watch her. Let's watch her work. So I'm excited. But let's get to the beginning. The first millionaire was Altie. I was like, damn. I was happy for the brother, but then I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, black man, but no, this is not the millionaire spot you want to have. So I felt bad for him.
And I wasn't even mad at him being the first millionaire. It was just his agenda. Like, he ain't even he don't come off as the type of guy to use any of those type of phrases. Yeah. So it was like, I mean, he even had to ask, like, what does no cap mean? He no cap. Like, it's like that agenda messed him up. Yeah. And at first, you know me, I'm like, no, the black man finna go out first. Like, but I will have to say, like, all of the agendas so far. I mean, Kaleb was the second one, but like the agendas haven't been easy. You know what I'm saying? And so I think like the last season when it seemed like Phil's where he had to get somebody to scream, I'm like, that's so obvious compared to hug everybody, you know? And so this season, I'm like, okay, everybody is getting some difficult agendas for sure. So yeah, but yeah, I did feel bad for Altie. When he had to go, I was like, doggone it. If it wasn't for Nick.
No, right? I was like, oh man, when he said he had a little hunch and they didn't show us, I was like, oh, I think he knows. But I was thinking he was going to hold it. The issue for me with Altie, like, I don't know if he gave enough attention to all of the phrases. Like, I know he said he wasn't going to do one of them, but I'm like, hold up, sit with this a little bit longer because you don't even know what no cap means. But I felt like because he pretended to be a teacher that he could pretend and say like his students be like no cap. Like they say no cap so much. I'm like, what is no cap? Like you could just like 10 times say it in one sentence. Like, do you know what no cap is? Like, what does it mean? You know, like I feel like he could have done something like that and really gotten rid of all of it because the way he said it, he went all in on it. Like no cap. And I'm just
Yeah, like this, like it's not a like it ain't a
he's like, no
cheer, my boy.
cap.
Like, and so yeah, that's why it was seemingly oddly placed. But
Yeah.
he could have did that with any of the phrases, right? Like he'd be like, "Yeah, my students be in there every single time." We'd be like, "Bye, Felicia, bye, Felicia." Like he could have done it with done
Yeah.
taken that approach with any of the phrases that he knew what it meant. Like he knew
Yeah,
what "bye,
true.
Felicia" meant. He knew
True.
what give me some skin or whatever meant. Like, well,
Yeah.
maybe he did it, but he said he wasn't gonna say that,
But maybe
and
it
I
was
could have
like because it can sound like
a
a
little
little,
sexualized.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah,
by Felicia, that concerned me too because I was like, oh, is it going to seem too obvious? Like, are they going to be like a lady leaving? And it's like, damn, it's fucking Felicia, you know?
yeah,
I don't know. Something weird. So I don't know. I just, yeah.
yeah.
It is what it is though. It is what it is though. But he got his kill shot, just wasn't able to use it.
Right.
And before he was, before Nick called him out, right? It was on Natalie and Daisy, right?
Yeah.
And Natalie asked, I ain't like her. I don't know how you felt about her, but I was not a fan.
Yeah, she going too hard, bro. She going too hard. And
Right.
yeah, I don't even know. Is this the right time to talk about Natalie? Because when Natalie brought up that immigrant story, I was like, girl, you can't be out here being me and then pull out. This is what we call
Right.
Karen tears. Like, this is what we call white woman tears. You can't be. Everybody is telling you, I don't like how you talk to me.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
flip it and make yourself the victim. Like, everybody is here for the $1 million for a
Yeah.
reason. Like,
Absolutely.
you coming from a hardworking immigrant family don't mean nothing to Altie, who just said that he was raised with all of these brothers and sisters, was poor, got all these great. Like, it's like,
And
we all here for a reason. So
right. And
your
it
reason
doesn't.
don't trump any other reason and give you the right to talk to nobody else some type of way.
Yeah, I agree. I totally said I had to pause during so many times when she was speaking, like at that table. I paused. I literally was like, don't, not with the tears, not with the trauma tears. I would be like, girl, you're gonna have to do whatever you need to do. If I was at that table, I'd be like, you're gonna have to do what you need to do. Pause, gather yourself, because the fact that you are bursting into tears, it's a deflection and it has nothing to do with the issues that everyone has raised. So the same thing, had the same exact feeling when she did that. But I also felt like she kept being like, oh, I'm carrying the team. I'm carrying it on my back. It's like, bitch, you was wrong. You don't had the clue.
Yeah,
okay. You had the
right.
clue early on before anybody else had the clue, had the whole time to figure it out and finagle, and still was wrong.
Yeah.
Nick came through with the whoop. That was Nick, not you.
Right.
So stop acting like you're doing all this extra. Everybody's trying to figure out what you're doing is just going about it very rudely. So I was glad homegirl came through and said, you would be on the floor. Even though I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But I was like, go ahead.
Hey, I'm saying that's a white woman's way of saying, bitch, you was finna get molly-whopped. Okay? Yo, shit. Okay, I was gonna pull you by your motherfucking hair out.
Yeah, that girl was not playing with her. So I was very glad she got put in her place and glad she left. And she tried to leave with a little haughty taughty. Now I am jumping because she left in the second round. Yeah. But she was one of the folks when Altie left that were under suspicion. Her and, like I said, Daisy. And I guess it's the hugs with Daisy, but it's also like once Nick brought up the clue, it's like them hugs go out the window. They don't relate to the clue of like what he said. When he's revealing no cap, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't relate to real, Right. It doesn't at all.
Yeah, I think he messed up with that one. He should have found another way to change that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, that was the only, I will say, good play on Natalie by not revealing the clue, because it put him directly in the category of being the firstborn child. Even though he still lied about it, he thought the lie was, do you have a sister?
Yeah.
And not being the birth order. So
yeah, I wish he had clocked like any of it, just all of it. It needs to be.
Yeah. Like, I don't have no siblings, or it's just anything.
Yeah. But it could have been, you never know what to lie about,
Yeah, you don't.
Because he was
But I
lying.
did like that first challenge they had, though, to reveal whether or not you're lying with the shot of the apple. I thought that was a good challenge.
I agree. Was it random who got to be in what role? No, because there was painted pictures on there already, right? Or was
I don't know
painted?
Yeah, I don't know if they I think they drew as it was going.
Okay.
And so if you like, let's say like they called Altie, Altie chose Daisy. I don't know if that's
Okay.
actually what happened, but like
Yeah.
now Daisy is not in the running. Daisy does not
That did
get
happen
called.
though.
So it kind of like parred itself down by that. But I thought it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Also, we found out through Natalie's investigation that Hunter is half black, half white. Would have never guessed that. I was not thinking he was. I felt like he was mixed with something, but I wasn't thinking black.
I would have thought that, but also, or I would have thought like quarter black or something. Like he
Yeah,
gives
yeah.
quarter
Real,
black.
real small. Real, real, real. He said, I'm white
Yeah.
passing. I said, yes, you are, honey.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I hadn't even got
but
when they brought it up though. It hadn't even crossed my mind to to figure it out one way or the other. I think Yumiko though is like half black, half like either Pacific Islander because I think she's from Hawaii or like she's got a mix going on there.
yeah, really,
The reason
I
why I
didn't catch
thought
that.
that was from her name, but she's also when you look at her bio, she's from like Hawaii or something,
Interesting. Yeah.
So I think she's got a little mix going on as
Yeah.
well. But she also about to have some a little crush. Somebody got a little crush on
Yeah,
her, Nick.
Nick, I was not
So we'll
expecting
see.
that. Nick,
Mm-hmm.
he's very quiet.
He is.
He's
He
very
is.
quiet. And when he revealed what he thought about Alti, I was just like, this is gonna put a big target on you, like
Yeah.
to have
On
been
Nick.
so spot on, yeah, to have been
Oh.
so spot on about that. Well, if I
Mm-hmm.
was in the game, I would have said, oh, he's too smart, baby. If I'm ever a millionaire
If
and
you're
I
the
got a kill
millionaire.
shot, he gotta go because I
No, you're
know that
right.
he's perceptive and he's quiet about his perception.
Yeah.
He waited till we got to
I
that
know.
table. He didn't discuss his
I
theory with
agree.
nobody, but the camera kept showing him kind of like, raising his eyebrow every single time Auntie
Mm-hmm.
said, no cap, no cap, no cap. And he
Mm-hmm.
immediately was like, oh, keeping it real? Yeah, he would have had to
Mm-hmm.
go. And so I
Mm-hmm.
thought Caleb was going to do the kill shot on Nick.
I know. I
That's what
was
he
thinking
kept
that.
focusing on Kevin talking, because Kevin is like, I'm like, Kevin is just an agent of chaos, baby. Ain't nobody trusting Kevin for real.
Mhm.
Nick got it right. You need to get the people who are getting it right out. You don't ever want the
Right.
sus to be on you.
Yeah, I agree. I
But
agree.
yeah,
I
let's
thought the
get into
same.
Caleb. Yeah, let's get into Caleb being the millionaire. He had two agendas. His first agenda, which gave him the kill shot, was
Hmm.
to
Put the
get three
hat.
people to wear his
Yeah.
hat, his cowboy
Hmm.
hat, and then his second agenda was to stay up on Kevin. Now, that whole stay up on Kevin, I felt like he should have had the right to choose who he was gonna do it with, because I'm like, Kevin, of all
Mm.
people. I
Mm.
felt like that was a little unfair. I was like, that was some producer mixing.
Yeah, I thought he would be able to do it. To be honest, I thought he would be able to do it. I didn't think it was gonna fall down into how he did it, but I realized that at a certain point, it's like he just wants to get it gone, even if it gets
Yeah,
a lot of sus on him. And then once he's not the millionaire, he can explain it and say, "Guys, I'm sorry that I just needed the money gone,"
yeah,
that sort of thing, and people will recognize that this was a change in his behavior. I still think it got a little too much stank on him than what he should want to have.
yeah.
Um, but what was it? If he didn't do it, it would count as 3 votes against him, or this was just a move the money sort of thing.
He would have 3 votes against him
Okay,
again.
yeah. Now
Yeah,
that's now I might have would have risked that
and he would have kept the
because
money. He would have had the money
it
still
had
on him.
yeah. I mean, I think that it would because it resets. That's all it does. It resets, and so you got the whole day. So I feel like I wouldn't have done what he did the way he did it. I would have just let it go sometimes and just came back or tried to say like as a group, let's try to be in a group. Let's try to like make sure we're having maybe even go to Kevin and be like, let's get everybody together so that we're able to kind of see everybody and not have like all these side conversations so our agenda
Yeah,
can get sort of I don't know but something
yeah.
to have like the group be together and
Mhm.
then it won't be sus because everybody together here in this room, you know what I mean, as
Right,
opposed to it just being you and him.
right. Yeah,
But
that got a little crazy.
yeah.
That Caleb was
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry. I can't let you leave. I can't let you leave. And then on the fly, he puts it on Melissa. That was crazy. The only thing
Yeah.
that works in his favor with this is he gets to move the money, and the person who
Yeah.
is now the millionaire gets two kill shots. They get a double kill shot. So it's
Mhm.
like they are better off trying to figure out who the new millionaire is than
Mhm.
trying to suss out Caleb for lying or whatever. Because it's like in this game, when you're the millionaire, you got to do what you got to do, right? So it's like now it's like we can't care. Like whoever the
Yeah.
millionaire is now is about to be able to take out two people. So we need to figure out who the new one is.
Yeah. And I was a little concerned for him doing this whole thing out with Kevin just going so hard because I was like, you still have to make it through the vote. Because I was surprised that I don't know how he made it through the vote, just being honest.
It
Like,
was that clue. It was that clue. They said, remember the first letter. And so they
oh, the
kept
T.
saying T, the first
Yeah.
letter.
Lauren T.
But my thing was, y'all still not like that smart because it says to be on a first name basis and the
Yes.
T is the last name. So
Yeah.
I was kind
I
of
was.
like, y'all not. Y'all not the brightest pencil, but I think the fact that Kat and Hunter were going so hard to say no, it's the first letter of the clue. It's the
Mhm.
first letter of the clue, and
Mhm.
Kat was the person to read the clue or
Mhm.
to get the clue. I
Mhm.
think that is what sealed the deal for Lauren.
Maybe. I feel like, and I think there's something to what you're saying. Like in the sense that when she first read it out to folks or like recited it, she gave that smaller group an interpretation off bat. So they before their brain could think about it, she was
Yeah,
like, it's the T
yeah,
situation. The only thing also though that I would say in terms of looking back at the last seasons, they never have a clue that well, I'm about to say they never have a clue that only applies to one person. But I guess like when yeah, they never have a. I don't know when they
yeah,
did Phil's scream thing. I guess like
yeah. Because they
it.
said it was a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But I don't know. It just felt like a little too narrow. That a T.
yeah.
It's only one person here with a T. It's like I don't know. But yeah,
Well,
Lauren
they
T.
had that clue, and then they also got the clue that Melissa got, which was they were straight as an arrow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. I
And
forgot about that.
so they knew that it was also the truth, but it still narrowed down to Caleb and Lauren T. So
Yeah.
it was kind of like, mm,
Yeah, I will say that Lauren T, like the way she went head to head with Natalie, that was kind of like I was like, this is not a good idea. When Hunter came and was talking to her and she was just like, let's go now. And I was like, girl, I don't think this is a
yeah,
good idea. And also Natalie is a firecracker, she's just
yeah,
she's a firecracker. But so I think that of course, didn't help her. But it was her or Kaleb at that point, and
yeah,
folks got her. Which, like I said,
yeah.
I would like to see who the votes were. Did we see who the votes? Because
No,
I
we
feel like
don't get
last
to
year they
see who
used
the
to tell
vote.
us who the
Yeah.
votes were. They'd be like fraud.
Hmm.
They would show us on the
Yeah.
screen after,
Oh
but
wait,
I
they
don't
did
see it.
show. They did show. They did
Oh, they
show.
did. I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
and most people voted Lauren. Most people also voted Natalie when she went out in that first one.
Oh,
Um,
that's so
Yeah, so she
interesting.
still got most of the votes. That's what I'm saying. I think the fact that everybody is so trusting of Kat, I
Mm-hmm.
think that like really drilled it on it because
Mm.
the only people who were questioning Kat
Mm-hmm.
was and then you also got Natalie, who
Mm-hmm.
not even because of the clue, just because she just felt like because of a damn cartwheel,
Mm-hmm.
that it was also Lauren, and she had already been saying Lauren's name
Lauren's
because of
name, yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah, and we also do need to separate out. There were two go homes, like two separate. It was episode
yeah,
2 and episode 3. Kaleb just was the millionaire for both of them, but
right,
Natalie went home. And it was a toss up when she went home. It was a toss up between her and who
Daisy.
and Daisy. Yes, was it Daisy still? It was still Daisy, or was it
I think so.
Lauren?
Oh, it might have been Lauren.
Yeah, I think it was Lauren. I think it was a toss up between
Yeah,
her and Lauren, and they went with her. Yeah, they went with Natalie.
yeah,
And the kill shot got Tariq. I think that's his
yeah.
name.
Hmm.
And so the both of them went out. Like I was like, damn, for him because he was sick during half of it. I ain't really didn't get to know him.
Yeah,
You
that
know.
was a little sad. I was like, oof, he didn't even get to
Hmm.
play. It just had to go. But he
Yeah.
took it well. It seemed like he was like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
that. That
Yeah,
was the
that's the
first
impact of being
half,
sick.
yeah, of
Yeah.
Caleb's reign, and then the second half, which was episode 3, that's when we have our Lauren and is it Kaleb or is it Lauren dynamic,
Yeah.
and Lauren gets the boot on that one. We didn't talk about the challenge of like when they had to get the gold stuff, or we didn't talk about the challenge where they had to go underneath the water and
Mhm.
to be able to get into these rooms to get the
The
clue.
clue. Yeah.
The challenges are cute. I like watching
They
their
are.
challenges more than other challenges because they're kind of quick for the most part. They're not too long.
Yeah, they've had I think better challenges this season too,
Hmm, hmm,
than they did the first one.
hmm.
I thought the goal when they had to go around to get all like the treasure and stuff, I thought that was crazy. Whoever was running for Melissa's team, I'm like, why are you going outside to look for a compass? I felt like he was just like or even the
Kevin.
apple. Like, why are you
Oh,
going outside to look for an apple? Yeah, it was Kevin, I think. He just
uh,
running. I'm like, you need
yeah,
somebody who
Kevin.
can run and can think. Like, it's not just
That's
about
funny.
speed. Like,
Yeah, because every
but
time
they
he
still
was,
got it in quicker than the other
they
team.
did, they
So the
did
speed
the
did work
speed.
out. But they was cutting it close. They was cutting it
Yeah,
real close with that.
yeah, yeah. I don't really have anything else on any of the episodes. I don't know if there are any other cast members who jump out at you that you want to speak on.
Yeah, that for sure.
Who, Cat?
She seems like
Yeah.
she's having some good gameplay
Mm-hmm.
right now, and Nick
And
as well being perceptive the way he was
yeah. And I will say about Kat, like she seems to be pissed about not Altie, but
about
Kaleb
Kaleb.
moving the money.
Yeah,
And my thing was like I could see it, but I don't feel like you should feel duped because at the end of the day, if he got voted out, he was gonna. Well, I mean, I guess she was like, we were working for him to not be voted out, but
right,
the money was gonna move anyway. Like these
right,
people are so upset about the money moving, but then they vote out the millionaires when they see the millionaires. They need to be voting out the people they don't like,
right. Exactly, exactly. I'm like, it don't matter
or the people they
who
can't
it
trust.
the beginning, which is the part that Cat
Yeah,
seemed like she was getting. Like, it doesn't matter if
yeah.
he right now. We need to
Hmm,
just protect him, but
hmm.
it's like the game is not over. You still have so many rounds to figure this thing
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like the beginning of the game is almost like more so about trust and building alliances,
yeah.
because the money is going to move. Like it has
Hmm,
to. So
yeah. No, it's interesting. But yeah, same folks stood out for me. Kat, Nick, but like I said, he's quiet. I don't really have anybody else that we haven't already talked about that stands out for me a
yeah,
ton.
yeah,
But right
same.
now it's a likable cast, except Natalie.
Hmm.
But she's
Yeah, not
gone.
fresh.
You said
She gone.
what?
Thank God. I said she gone. Thank God.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, that is it for these first 3 episodes of $1 Million Secret. We will catch you for the next drop. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that follow button, that notification bell. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And make sure to check out our other recaps. We have Imperfect Women, Survivor, Love Overboard, and Beyond the Villa also going up at the moment. So, yeah, catch us for those. Bye.
Bye.